This film looks in brief at how using data is a key driver for reducing in-school variation. When South Dartmoor Community College began to tackle ISV, they realised accurate data was essential and was surprised to find that the data they had was flawed.
Teachers were using different terminology, that our data was imprecise, and that we weren't able to track our students or indeed to predict their eventual outcomes. So now we have sophisticated data systems, we've trained all of our members of staff, we've even trained our parents, because when they come in for parents' evenings they're given a data induction seminar. And it means that we can predict to within 1 percentage point the actual end results in any 1 year group.
At the beginning of each academic year, every department reviews its GCSE results.
And also I think that the use of exemplar materials, which we use throughout.
Overall, DT is doing well, but there's an issue with textiles.
The students performed well, but we didn't encourage them to possibly go that extra mile. Whereas in the other subjects, in the catering areas, we did. The value added was superb, and that was a much larger cohort. That was 58 students. How did we achieve it in catering, but not in textiles?
Househeads, known as performance leaders, also regularly examine the data for the students in their house.
This is looking at some data for Year 11 students. What I've done here, I've organised the data here so you can see the green going through to red, telling me whether or not at the moment they're likely to get 4 or a half GCSEs at grade C or above.
Senior management is always on the lookout for variations. Peter Kensington, head of data, has just done a house-by-house breakdown of last year's GCSE results.
On the screen we have a variation between something like 85, actually, nearly 86%, getting 5 or more A-stars to see in one house, but not even 70% in another house. If we look at the value added analysis, it's actually the house with the lowest 5 or more A-stars to see is also the house that's adding least value.
So how significant is this disparity between houses?
1 or 2 houses are not performing at the same level as other houses, and it's not an insignificant difference, it's actually really quite a significant difference. So we've now got an issue: how do we present that information to the performance leaders and the teams, and what are we going to do about it? And we're not going to duck it.